Hi, it's Neve and Ash, and I'm here interviewing her for her 100 game, a huge cap for Alamein, and I just have a couple questions I'd like to ask her. So 100 games for the club, that's huge. What does this milestone mean for you?
It's a really special moment for me to have played this many games for one club. I think in and of itself speaks to the kind of culture that Alamein brings. So I'm proud to have represented the club for 100 times. For me, it just, shows my passion for this game and for this club in particular. So yeah, really grateful.
Love that. So take us back to your very first game for Alamein. What do you remember about it?
So my very first game was in 2018, and I remember feeling a lot of nerves. I think for the first time I was playing for a senior club surrounded by senior women, so I guess I was a bit nervous about that moment, but as soon as I was on the field I felt home and have forever since.
You're amazing, I love it. So what is it about this club that made you stay and keep coming back?
I did have a short stint elsewhere, but I'm back, and really what that shows is that I love the culture that this club brings, the grassroots from the bottom to the top. Everyone is just so friendly. Everyone is in it for each other and in it for what this club means to them, and it's got a real community feel, which I feel like I couldn't find elsewhere, which is why I'll continue to come back.
I love it. Is there a moment on the pitch that you'll never forget?
Yeah, look, and it's not a good moment, but it really shows, I think, what this team could bring this year. And it was under Keanu's coaching a few seasons ago, when our final game, if we won that game, we'd get into finals, and if we didn't, if we lost it, we wouldn't. And I just guess the passion in that game, we didn't end up winning it, but I've remembered it because at 100 games, I've really thought about what I want out of this game, and it's to win a trophy with these girls in this season. So I've remembered that moment because it's given me the drive to really want to come back and do what I can to help this team get that trophy.
I love that. Who is someone that has made a big impact for you in your journey at Alamein?
Yeah, I would have to say Kathy, hands down. Everyone that knows her knows the warmth that she brings to the club, and she is the culture that it shows. And I've seen what she does for the board in the background, but I also see what she does on the field. She cooks us homemade meals every week after the game, and it's that community feel that I think everyone feels and respects so much. So Kathy's really someone that I look up to in this club, because I know how much investment she shows to us in the game.
I love that. What advice would you give to younger girls coming to the club?
One piece of advice I'd give is don't take this club for anything other than what it is, and that's just a great community feel, a great vibe, and really I want the girls to look up the senior team and want to one day play where we are. And I think that if they can continue to be motivated and try as hard as they can, that's something they can definitely achieve.
What advice would you give for young girls coming through the club?
Yeah, so the advice I'd give is keep on working hard and set your mind to a goal, and just trust that you can make it and be there. I think I found my role models when I was really young early on, and I knew that it was a dream of mine to play at the highest level possible. And NPL for me meant that I didn't just come to training every day. I'd work behind the scenes to be the best player I could be. And so I think just if you have that motivation, continue to use it and try and be the best player you can be, and look at the people around you and see what you can become.
Love that. And then final question, 100 games down, what is next for you in the Alamein jersey?
Continue to play as many games as I can, that's the dream. That's about it.
That's a great answer. I love it. I'm so happy to get to play with a player like you, and for all your contributions to the club, and let's go out and get a W.
Woo! Woo!